morning. This is the time for the September Division of Oil, Gas, and Mining Board hearing on September 23rd, 2020. Before I proceed, I need to read this public announcement about why we're having this meeting electronically. I'll read this script. I, Chris Hansen, Chairman of the Board of Oil, Gas, and Mining, have determined the September 23rd, 2020 public meeting will be held electronically and without an anchor location. This determination is based on the following facts. Utah continues to be affected by the COVID-19 global pandemic. The COVID-19 virus is extremely contagious and can be deadly. Although Salt Lake County has recently moved into the yellow risk category, Utah is experiencing an upward shift in the number of people contracting the COVID-19 virus. It is uniformly recommended that citizens wear masks and practice social distancing to reduce the infection rate of COVID-19. Currently, the physical space utilized for public meetings within the Utah DNR building is insufficient to maintain effective social distancing, and the board is unable to ensure proper safety protocols are in place to guarantee safe participation to the public. The board has been using an electronic platform allowing interested parties to fully participate and which also allows the public to independently view the entire public meeting and offer public comment. Under the circumstances, the electronic platform currently available is a safer alternative to face-to-face public participation. This determination will expire 30 days from today's date. The board, division, and the Department of Natural Resources will evaluate the public health and safety conditions existing before the October 2020 public meeting and inform the public as to how that meeting will proceed as soon as possible. Now that we have that out of the way, I believe we have every member of the board in attendance today. I see that Mr. Moon and Ms. Garrison, Mr. Brown, Ms. Davis, and Mr. Church and Mr. Borden are all in attendance. We have a full quorum. At this time, I would like to turn the meeting over to Mr. Baza for the briefing session. Mr. Baza?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. And can you hear me okay at this point?
I can hear you fine. I think everybody in the room can.
Okay, sounds good. Well, welcome to Salt Lake City in our virtual board meeting. My name is John Baza. I'm the director of the Division of Oil, Gas, and Mining. And I would start out this morning by saying our briefing session this morning is going to be brief. We had no other special presentations that we had arranged for, but we do have a couple of calendar items we'd like to bring to your attention. The first is of which you should have received or be aware of the proposed board hearing schedule for 2021. This is the opportunity we give to the board every year to peruse the schedule, to identify any conflicts, and if necessary, to suggest to us changes in dates for the various meetings. It is somewhat difficult to move dates too much. I mean, it's possible to perhaps to go a day or two in either direction, but because of the regularity of board meetings and the time between board meetings, it's difficult to push it by even a week at a time. So I would ask you to look at that schedule, provide us with your comments, let us know if those dates fit with your need, and then we will ask for action from you to approve that schedule at the October board meeting. So again, we bring that to your attention and ask you to review that for us. The other items that we have are more minimal. We are going to look at the calendar for a minute. It is September 23rd, This is our board meeting for the month of September. As we move into the month of October, we are intending to have our virtual Uinta Basin Collaborative meeting on October 8th. We're currently preparing the agenda for that. We should be able to get that notice out within the next week. And we'll send out links for that as well to the people that we have email addresses for who normally attend that meeting. But if any of you are interested, we would certainly include you. And if you don't already get our emails regarding that quarterly meeting, please let me know and I'll make sure that you receive the agenda and the link to the meeting as appropriate. I did previously ask whether board members were interested in registering for the Governor's Economic and Energy Summit, which is going to be held in Salt Lake City on the 26th of October. That is a Monday. I think we've heard from a couple of board members, and I think the registrations have already been submitted in those cases. If there is other interest that you haven't made us aware of, please let us know. There's, I think, a limited number of on-site tickets that they're offering for those who want to go to the Grand America Hotel for the summit meetings. But there is an online option for anyone who wants to attend virtually. We do have our next board meeting scheduled for October 28th. And then if we look into the month of November, November is a month where we don't have a scheduled board meeting because we generally combine the November and December board meetings. So next board meeting after the October meeting will be held on December 9th. And Mr. Chair, I think that's, again, all we had to cover with you during briefing this morning. I'm happy to answer any questions or address any concerns that board members may have, any items that you'd like to bring up with the division at this point. Otherwise, I'll turn the time back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Baza. I will ask the board members if there are those that have not signed up for the Governor's Energy and Economic Summit. If they have any concerns about trying to get into it virtually or in person, maybe by just a show of hands of the board members that I can see on the screen, do you all plan to attend virtually or in person? I guess you could just give me a thumbs up or wave at me. I see Mr. Borden and Mr. Church and Ms. Garrison are going. I will be there.
Chairman,
yes.
I would like to attend virtually. I have not yet asked to register.
Mr. Baza, how do we handle that?
Well, I think that Mr. Church's verbal statement today will take care of that, and we'll register you from the division's site.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Baza, Director Baza. And I'm sorry. Oh, Susan, Ms. Davis, you're on mute.
I will be there.
You've signed up.
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
And I think Mr. Borden's trying to say something.
Rich, I believe you're on mute. Still on mute. There we go.
Sorry, it's a recurring issue this morning, I guess. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in. I'd like to attend virtually, probably not the entire time, but for key key portions of it. So if you could get me on the list, that would be great.
We'll certainly take care of that, Mr. Borden.
Is there a cost to that, just to virtually attend when I can?
Yes, there is a cost, but it's a discounted cost over the in-person registration. But that's not a problem. The cost is pretty nominal.
Okay, well, put me on. I'll do my best to watch some of that. Thank you.
All right, sounds good, Gordon.
Great. And board members will, I'm sorry, Susan, you had, Ms. Davis, you had another comment? No? Okay. We will take a look as board members at the calendar that has been provided that we will need to approve in the October hearing, but as a group, we'll exchange emails or discussions to make sure that the dates are ones that we can make work for us. Will that be good for you, Director Baza?
Yes, that would be fine. Not a problem.
Okay. Well, I don't believe there are other matters at this time that we have as a board to discuss in this briefing session. So,
Mr. Chairman, do you want to check with Julianne and see if there was any public comments submitted?
thank you for reminding me. Ms. Carter, were there public comments that were received?
No, Mr. Chairman, there were no public comments received for the briefing session.
Great. Thank you. Well, I don't believe there's any other pending matters for the briefing session. We will have a short recess until 9:30, at which time we will begin the hearing portion and start off with the docketed items. So until then, we'll be in recess for another 12 minutes.